Hello, welcome to the course on microwave engineering. Dear students, in the last video lecture, we have discussed about traveling wave tube, which is basically broadband microwave amplifier. Okay, and if you look at the construction of the TWT, then basically it consists of cylindrical tube, okay, in which there is a slow wave structure. Okay, and the main purpose of this slow wave structure is to provide interaction between electron beam and RF signal, correct? And at the output of this, due to this interaction between electron beam and RF signal, we will get the amplified microwave signal. Now in today's class, we will going to discuss about magnetron. So first of all, what is magnetron? So magnetron is basically microwave oscillator, okay, which generate high power electromagnetic wave. And this magnetron is cross field device. It is the cross field device because the electric field and magnetic field produced inside the tube are mutually perpendicular to each other. Okay, hence this magnetron is called cross field device. So magnetron is basically known as a cross field device because inside the tube the electric field and magnetic field are mutually perpendicular to each other. And if you look at the operating principle of this magnetron, then the operating principle of magnetron is such that when electron interact with the electric and magnetic field in cavity, high power oscillation get generated. It means inside the cavity, the electron will interact with the available electric and magnetic field, and because of that, high power oscillations get generated. Now let's look at the construction of the magnetron. So basically the figure shows the construction of the magnetron. So at the center there is a cylindrical cathode of certain length and radius, okay, and around this cylindrical cathode there is a cylindrical anodes are present. So this is cylindrical anode, okay, and these are the cavities. The cavities are present at the circumference of the anode at the equal spacing. So basically this is at the center of the magnetron there is a cylindrical cathode, and around this cathode there is a cylindrical anode, and there are cavities at the circumference of the anode at the equal spacing. These are the cavities, correct? So this is cathode, this is anode, correct? And at the circumference of this anode there are number of cavities are there at the equal spacing, and the area between anode and cathode is basically known as a interaction space. Okay, एनोड एंड कैथोड के बीच का जो एरिया है उसको हम बोलते हैं इंटरएक्शन स्पेस और रीजन. नाउ it is very important to note that there always exists phase difference of 180 degree between adjacent cavity. ये adjacent cavity के बीच में 180 डिग्री का फेज शिफ्ट होता है. ओके, सो cavity will transfer excitation from one cavity to another cavity with 180 degree phase shift, correct? So due to this we can say if one plate is positive then automatically adjacent plate will be negative, correct, because there exists 180 degree phase shift between adjacent cavities. Okay, and as we know the electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other, and the magnetic field is generated by the permanent magnet. The magnetic field inside this cavity is generated by permanent magnet. So this is construction of magnetron. So very simple. It consists of cylindrical cathode at the center, and around this cathode there is a cylindrical anode, and there are number of cavities at the circumference of this anode at equal spacing, and the spacing between anode and cathode is basically known as a interaction space, and there always exists 180 degree phase shift between the adjacent cavity. So if one plate is positive, another plate is automatically negative. Okay, now let's look at the working of this magnetron. So basically if we provide the excitation to the cathode, okay, then the electrons will be emitted from that cathode. So excitation to the cathode of the magnetron is provided by basically DC supply, and which results in emergence of electron from it. Okay, cathode se electron emit hoga, correct? Okay, now we will discuss the working of this magnetron under two categories. First, we will consider the RF input is not present, then we will consider RF input present. So first, without applying the RF input to the anode, and second, with application of RF input. So let's consider first case. The electrons are emitted from the cathode and we do not have applied any RF input to the anode, correct? So under this category, RF input is not present. We will consider the different case. So case number 1, when magnetic field is 0 or absent, मतलब magnetic field present नहीं है. So when the magnetic field is absent, then electron emitted from this cathode will travel radially towards the anode, correct? ये positive है, so they will travel radially towards the anode, okay, in the absence of magnetic field. When RF input is not present and very small magnetic field is present, so if this small magnetic field exists inside the magnetron, then electron emitted from this cathode will slightly deviate from its straight path. From the straight path, slightly deviate, and this will cause the curvy motion of the electron from cathode to anode, correct? So this is what will happen when there is a no RF input and small magnetic field is present. Case 3, when magnetic field is increased, okay, if we increase the magnetic field, okay, then the electron emitted from the cathode gets highly deflected by the magnetic field, okay, and they will graze along the surface of the cathode, okay, as shown in figure, correct? So basically, if we increase the magnetic field, okay, or we can say in the presence of large magnetic field, the electron emitted from the cathode gets highly deflected by the magnetic field and graze along the surface of the cathode, and this causes the current to 0, anode current to 0, because electrons are not reaching to the anode. So this causes anode current to 0, and the value of the magnetic field that causes the anode current to 0 is basically known as a critical magnetic field, correct? तो RF इनपुट प्रेजेंट नहीं है और उसमें आप मैग्नेटिक फील्ड को इंक्रीज कर रहे हो, तो बेसिकली इलेक्ट्रॉन जो कैथोड से एमिट हो रहा है दैट विल बी डिफ्लेक्टेड एंड इट विल नॉट रीच टू द एनोड, करेक्ट? एंड इन दैट केस एनोड करंट बिकम 0, एंड दैट वैल्यू ऑफ द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड at which the anode current becomes 0 is known as a critical magnetic field. If we keep on increasing the magnetic field again, that is case number 3, if the magnetic field is increased beyond the critical magnetic field, then electron will bounce back to the cathode without reaching the anode. It will bounce back to the cathode without reaching to the anode. So this is what will happen in the absence of RF input and magnetic field is varied from 0 to maximum value. So basically, if RF input is not present and magnetic field is 0, then the electron will travel straight from cathode to anode. When small magnetic field is present, then it will result in the deviation from its straight path. If we keep on increasing the magnetic field, the electron will highly deflected from the magnetic field and graze along the surface of cathode, and in that case the anode current will become 0, and the value of the magnetic field at which anode current is 0 is known as critical magnetic field. And if we increase the magnetic field beyond critical magnetic field, then the electron will bounce back to the cathode. Now let's consider working of magnetron under the second case when RF field is present. अब हमें RF field को एम्पलीफाई करना है, ये RF फील्ड को कैसे मैग्नेट्रॉन एम्पलीफाई करेगा वो हम डिस्कस करते हैं. सो बेसिकली कंसीडर द केस 1. इन केस an active RF input is provided to the anode of the magnetron, then oscillations are set up in the interaction space between the magnet, in the interaction space of the magnetron. So when electron is emitted from the cathode to anode, it transfer energy to the RF field in order to oscillate. So such electrons are basically known as a favored electrons. करेक्ट. तो जब भी RF फील्ड प्रेजेंट होगी और RF इनपुट प्रेजेंट होगा तो इलेक्ट्रॉन क्या करेंगे, जो कैथोड से एमिट हुए हैं वो इलेक्ट्रॉन खुद की एनर्जी RF फील्ड को देंगे और इन दैट वे ऑसिलेशन सेटअप होगा. और जो इलेक्ट्रॉन खुद की एनर्जी इलेक्ट्रॉन मतलब RF फील्ड को देते हैं उसको हम बोलते हैं फेवर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन. एंड इन दिस कंडीशन द वेलोसिटी ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन विल डिक्रीज. Okay, and it will take high amount of time to reach from cathode to anode. Correct. Now there also exists some electrons which do not contribute or which do not give the energy to the RF field, but it will take energy from the oscillations. So another consideration arises in the presence of RF input. In this case, the emitted electron from the cathode while traveling takes energy from the oscillations, thereby resulting increasing velocity. Okay, so despite of reaching the anode, this electron will bounce back to the cathode, and these electrons are known as a unfavored electron. Which take the energy from the oscillations, they are known as a unfavored electrons. Case 3, when RF input is further increased, then electron emitted from cathode while traveling increase its velocity in order to catch the electron which are emitted earlier with comparatively lower velocity. मतलब आप RF इनपुट को फर्दर इंक्रीज करेंगे तो जो इलेक्ट्रॉन लेट एमिट हुए हैं दे विल इंक्रीज इट्स वेलोसिटी इन ऑर्डर टू कैच अप विद द इलेक्ट्रॉन विच इज एमिटेड अर्लियर विद द लोअर वेलोसिटी. सो ऑल दोज इलेक्ट्रॉन दैट डू नॉट टेक एनर्जी फ्रॉम द ऑसिलेशन for their movement are known as a favored electrons, and these favored electrons from the bunch or electron cloud and reach anode from the cathode. Okay, मतलब जो इलेक्ट्रॉन एनर्जी नहीं लेते, ऑसिलेशन से एनर्जी नहीं लेते, उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, फेवर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. और ये फेवर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन क्या करते हैं कि वो इलेक्ट्रॉन बंच फॉर्म करते हैं. ओके, एंड दिस इलेक्ट्रॉन बंच विल ट्रैवल फ्रॉम कैथोड टू एनोड. ओके, and the formation of the electron bunch inside the tube is basically known as a phase focusing effect. Very important. Okay, ये इलेक्ट्रॉन का जो बंचिंग हुआ, okay, उसको हम बोलते हैं phase focusing effect. Okay, however the electrons released from the region of cathode between spokes will take energy of the field and get back to the cathode very quickly, but the energy is very small in comparison to the energy delivered to oscillation. Okay, and the movement of this favored electron inside the tube enhance the field existing between the gaps in the cavity, and this lead to the sustained oscillation inside the magnetron, which will give the high power at the output. Correct. Okay, जो ये favored electron है that bunched together, ये favored electron enhance the field existing between the gaps, correct, in the cavity, and this lead to the sustained oscillation inside the magnetron and gives the very high power output. So basically this favored electron help us to sustain oscillation inside the magnetron. Okay, now another concept related to magnetron is frequency pushing and frequency pulling. So what is this frequency pushing and pulling? So the variation in the oscillating frequency of the magnetron give rise to the term frequency pushing and pulling. So basically this frequency pushing and pulling refer to the variation in the oscillating frequency. Okay, by some mechanism, if we vary the oscillating frequency, then it refers as a pushing and pulling. So when the voltage applied at the anode of the magnetron is varied, then this results in the variation in the velocity of electron moving from cathode to anode, and this ultimately change the frequency of oscillation. मतलब आप एनोड पे जो वोल्टेज अप्लाई किया है उसको हम चेंज करेंगे, then it results in the variation in the velocity of the electron traveling from cathode to anode, and this results in the frequency of change in the frequency of oscillation. Okay, and this process is basically known as a frequency pushing. So we can say that when resonant frequency of magnetron shows variation due to the change in the anode voltage, then it is known as a frequency pushing. मतलब आप ऑसिलेशन की फ्रीक्वेंसी एनोड वोल्टेज को चेंज करके वेरी कर रहे हो तो उसको हम बोलेंगे फ्रीक्वेंसी पुशिंग. नाउ लेट डिस्कस व्हाट इज फ्रीक्वेंसी पुलिंग. सो चेंज इन द रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी as a result of change in the load impedance of the magnetron, okay, then it is known as a frequency pulling. मतलब हम ये ऑसिलेशन की फ्रीक्वेंसी लोड इंपीडेंस के थ्रू चेंज करेंगे, ओके, देन इट इज नोन एज अ फ्रीक्वेंसी पुलिंग. एंड बेसिकली चेंज इन द लोड इंपीडेंस इज अचीव्ड बाय चेंज इन प्योरली रेजिस्टिव और प्योरली रिएक्टिव कंपोनेंट. Okay, and this frequency variation is basically known as a frequency pulling. Okay, a steady power supply can provide reduction in the frequency variation. Correct? Okay, so this is the concept of frequency pushing and pulling related to this magnetron. So if we change the oscillating frequency by changing the anode voltage, then that is known as a pushing, frequency pushing. And if we change the frequency of oscillation by changing the load impedance, then it is known as a frequency pulling. Now let's look at the applications of the magnetron. So basically major application of magnetron is present in the pulse radar system in order to produce very high microwave power signal. Magnetron are also used in the heating application like microwave ovens as to produce fixed frequency oscillations. So microwave oven में magnetron होता है as a source of microwaves. Tunable magnetrons find their application in the sweep oscillators. Correct? And very important to note down this last topic, this last point. Here the mode of operation of magnetron is also known as a pi mode. मतलब जो मोड में अभी ऑपरेट मतलब हमने वर्किंग देखा उसको हम बोलेंगे पाई मोड ऑफ ऑपरेशन बिकॉज of the proper phase shift of 180 degree maintained between the adjacent plates. हमने जब कंस्ट्रक्शन देखा था उस टाइम पे बताया था कि एडजेसेंट जो प्लेट होता है, एडजेसेंट केविटी, उनके बीच में 180 डिग्री का फेज शिफ्ट मेंटेन रहता है, इसलिए उसको पाई मोड ऑफ ऑपरेशन बोलते हैं. एंड ऑसिलेशंस आर ओनली बिल्ड अप इन पाई मोड. ओके, देयर आर वेरियस मोड ऑफ ऑपरेशन ऑफ मैग्नेट्रॉन बट ऑसिलेशंस आर प्रोड्यूस और बिल्ड अप इन दी पाई मोड ऑफ ऑपरेशन ऑफ मैग्नेट्रॉन. So, आज के लेक्चर में हमने क्या डिस्कस किया? सो इन टुडेज क्लास वी हैव डिस्कस अबाउट व्हाट इज मैग्नेट्रॉन, कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ मैग्नेट्रॉन, वर्किंग ऑफ मैग्नेट्रॉन बाय कंसिडरिंग टू केस, वन इन विच द RF field is absent, second RF field is present, and we discussed that in the presence of RF field some favored electrons which help us in setting up the oscillations inside the magnetron. Okay, and at the last we have discussed about the concept of frequency pushing and pulling. So I hope कि आज के लेक्चर में जो हमने डिस्कस किया आपको समझ में आ गया होगा. Let's stop here. We'll discuss other aspect of this course in our next video lecture. Thank you very much.